Parental alienation can be a scary topic to think about, but in these trying times, it can be a lot more common than you think. Today, we are going to break down the in-depth definition of parental alienation and how you can identify it in your child or with the children around you. Welcome to Miles Mason Family Law. What is parental alienation? Parental alienation occurs when one parent adopts behaviors patterned at disrupting or terminating the other parent's relationship with their child. This insidious child abuse fractures families and wreaks havoc with children's lives. The perpetrator is the aligned, favored, or alienating parent, while the adult victim is the alienated, rejected, or target parent. Parental alienation is a campaign that starts very small, progressing slowly over time. An effective campaign begins without the target's awareness and can continue for years undetected. Some campaigns start the moment the parents separate. Types of parental alienation campaigns. What causes a child to alienate a parent? The answer is obvious when the adult is cruel, drug addicted, absent, or lacking basic parenting skills. But what if the rejected parent is a decent person, devoid of those negative characteristics? What if that parent had a good, loving relationship with the child before the separation? By a growing consensus, both marital strife and high-conflict litigation can plant the seeds of parental alienation. There are two types of parental alienation campaigns: intentional and unintentional. With both, the child is conditioned against a decent, loving, responsible parent. By recognizing each type, appropriate countermeasures can be taken to diffuse the hostilities and correct negative patterns. Intentional campaigns. Intentional means a scheming parent is purposefully destroying the child's relationship with the other parent. The perpetrator knows the child's emotional weaknesses, knows the other parent's insecurities, and has the benefit of time. Comments, actions, reactions, and direct and indirect statements to the child are all engineered to alienate the other parent. The primary objective? To inflict emotional pain on the target by destabilizing his or her relationship with the child. Every act is maliciously designed to be stealthy, unprovable, and deadly. So long as the target suffers, the campaign's impact on the child is neither a consideration nor a concern. Unintentional campaigns. The term unintentional does not give the alienating parent a pass. Instead, the party's hatred for the other parent is so entrenched, it seeps into daily interactions with the child. A parent's persistently negative attitude and derogatory remarks gradually dissolve the child's affection and respect for the targeted parent. Dad says in a huff, "Your mother is late, again." The implication is clear. The child is not a priority in mom's life. That message has an impact when repeated and reinforced, day in and day out. Alienation could be the child's response to parental separation and conflict. Loving both equally is nearly impossible for a child when parents are angry and hateful toward each other. Parental alienation can occur with and without indoctrination. A child's exposure to specific adversarial conditions, contested divorce, or child custody proceedings points a finger at both parties and the legal system. In self-preservation, a child escapes the line of fire by aligning with one parent and rejecting the other. Is alienation really happening? Start with this three-step inquiry. 1. Has the child aligned with one parent and rejected, resisted, or shown a negative attitude toward the other? If not, then any alienation may be imagined. However, continue to watch for negative developments. 2. Has one parent said or done things that could interfere with the child's ability to engage with the other parent? Answering in the negative does not eliminate the possibility of unintentional alienation or persistent conflict as the root cause. 3. Is the child's resistance and negative attitude reasonable? A child may legitimately estrange an adult who exhibits highly adverse parenting. Look into the possibility of child abuse, neglect, domestic violence, substance abuse, poor parenting skills, and other parental deficits, along with high-level conflict between parents. If the child needs protecting, then limited contact, supervised parenting time, or a change in custody may be necessary. Parental alienation damages relationships, harming children, parents, extended family, and friends. As psychological maltreatment, it rises to the level of child abuse and neglect. Abused children are more likely to have relationship difficulties and become abusive adults. This makes parental alienation a child protection issue. How bad is bad? Consider a continuum of harm from mild to severe. With mild harm, the child desires routine contact with both parents, but has a primary affinity for one, often the primary residential parent, PRP. The alternate residential parent, ARP, might experience less contact and fewer visits. With moderate harm, the child is allied with one parent, but is ambivalent about the other and prefers limited contact. Could possibly be due to bad parenting. With severe harm, the child's negative attitudes and behaviors toward the target are entrenched and crystallized, refuses any contact. How long the behavior has gone on undeterred is one of many factors. Long-term consequences for the child. The potential for long-term psychological damage is substantial. Significant lag in development and problems in school. Normalizes manipulative, hostile, obnoxious behavior in relationships. Brainwashed about the target. Becomes enraged about being used. Self-esteem so low as to be self-hate. Depression. Guilt for rejecting or betraying the target. Adolescent drug and alcohol abuse. Rejects the alienating parent too, for negatively affecting the relationship with the target. Difficulty maintaining positive, trusting relationships. Lacks empathy. Feels unloved or unlovable. The damage may be multi-generational. Alienated as children, victims are more likely to be alienated by their own children. Too often, the ARP is the alienated parent with parenting time, having little emotional impact on the child. This could happen when a child, especially a teenager, would rather be doing other things. There may be affection for the ARP, yet a minimal sense of attachment. Early warning signs in the child. What early warning signs should parents look for in their children? Begin with the 8 indicators introduced by psychiatrist Richard A. Gardner, MD, in the mid-1980s. 1. Child's denigration campaign against the target. 2. Child's frivolous rationalizations for complaints against the target. 3. Child lacks ambivalence. Allied parent good, target parent bad. 4. Child asserts conclusion was independently arrived at. The independent thinker. 5. Child automatically, reflexively supports the allied parent in any dispute. 6. Child lacks guilt for meanness, disrespectfulness, or cruelty toward the target. 7. Child parrots the allied parent's story of what happened to cause the alienation. 8. Child's animosity spreads to the target's extended family and friends, even pets. Those basic warning signs may indicate the following tactics have long been in place. What are signs of parental alienation? Alienating parents use many tactics to manipulate the child into rejecting the other parent. Some are directed at the child, some at the target. Bad-mouthing. Parent verbally maligns the target in front of the child. Your father's an idiot. Evidence for this could come from the child. Mom says you're always wrong. Blame. Blames the target for the child's disappointments. I know you want to go to summer camp. That's what your mother's child support pays for. If she managed her money better, you could go. Easy. Contact. Unreasonably limits the target's contact with the child. Communication. Interferes with the other parent's communications with the child. Your dad's on the phone. Tell him you'll call back tomorrow after school. Or interferes with symbolic communication with the target by, for example, removing parent-child pictures from photo albums, or has the child call to cancel parenting time. Withdraws affection. Retracts affection if the child dares show love for the target. Unloved. Convinces the child the target does not love him or her. If your father cared about you, he'd be here now. Forced choice. Makes the child choose. Who loves you the most? after providing a gift. Dangerousness convinces the child the target is dangerous. Your mom hangs out with scary people, real losers. Special bond elevates relationship above the targets. Bummer you'll be stuck with your dad's family the whole weekend, especially after last time. Or allies with the child to make something positive happen. You'd rather stay with me this weekend? No problem. I'll just say you're sick. I've got this. Confides inappropriately shares with the child or discloses the target's faults in confidence. Your mom can't keep a job because nobody likes her. Adult dependency inappropriately depends on the child. What will I do while you're gone? Call me every day to make sure I'm all right. Excessive gatekeeping is inflexible with parenting time. No, you can't take the kids. I don't care if you have box seats to the game. I won't trade weekends. Spying and secrets has the child spy on the target or keep secrets. Don't say anything to your mom about meeting my girlfriend. That's just between us. Parental substitution encourages the child to call a step-parent mom or dad, or uses the target's first name when talking to the child, or changes the child's surname. Withholds information, does not share important information about the child, such as medical updates and school matters with the target, or keeps the target's name off records and documents. We hope this video has helped you with identifying the definition, the risks, and the warning signs of parental alienation. To learn more, visit memphisdivorce.com, Tennessee's most comprehensive free online family law legal resource. memphisdivorce.com answers hundreds of frequently asked questions on divorce, custody, child support, and more, with videos. Download our free Tennessee Child Support Calculator app, available from iTunes and Google Play. Check out Miles Mason's author page on Amazon.com. He is the author of 3 books, including Tennessee Parenting Plans and Child Support Worksheets with examples from real cases. Discover all you can learn.